This is Mike Clapper, the lead level designer from Certain Affinity for the Castle Map Pack.
And I'm Lori Zawada, the environment art lead at Certain Affinity, who worked on the Castle Map Pack.
And the map that we're looking at right now is called Daybreak, and it is a cluster of Oni research buildings set in a Highlands-like setting on the planet Oban.
Yeah, visually for this map, what we wanted to do is kind of go back to some of the traditional looks of Halo, where it's the green grass and the blue sky, but in this case we muted those down. But it's a chance to have an environment map that's relatively small, but easily you can navigate with either a vehicle or on foot.
Right, and the theme of Castle Map Pack is a return to that great vehicle gameplay that we all know and love from Halo. This map is a small but asymmetrical map that features the Banshee, Warthogs, and Mongooses, as well as some ghosts that are sprinkled around the map. So there's a lot of opportunity for really wide open vehicle gameplay, and then there's some great intense infantry combat that's featured here too. Right now we're flying up to the ridge that bisects the map between the two bases. It's a strong point that you definitely want to try to hold. It allows you to dominate, but there's plenty of places for you to be flanked, so you've got to constantly watch your back and watch your sides, and it takes a real team effort to hold it.
Visually, this is actually an asymmetrical map. However, with gameplay, it's functionally symmetrical. On one side, we have a man cannon that allows the player to fly to the center point of the map. And on the other side, there's several different jumps that allow you to do the same thing to get to the center point. So initially, you might think that this thing is asymmetrical gameplay-wise, but actually it's not. It's one of our opportunities to really kind of play up that idea that things don't necessarily have to look identical to play identical.
Right, and a lot of time was spent balancing, each of these bases so that they have a different offering. They're a little bit of a different combat puzzle, but functionally they offer sort of the same advantages. And right here's a nice little cut through, right through this cave here that provides some really great close quarters opportunities. It's really great to catch people with a grenade or a rocket launcher coming out of the other side. One of the things that we really enjoy on this map is the CTF matches that we've had. It's a fantastic CTF map, and in my opinion, it's the best CTF map I've ever played. So we've just had a lot of fun developing it, and we're really excited to share it with all of you.
Yeah, the user research scores for this map have actually scored incredibly high for Capture the Flag. So I'm really excited to see what people think about that. While there are vehicles, there's also a lot of on-foot combat. In addition to that, and I think we'll be turning the corner here soon, you'll also see that there's a Banshee in this map. Yes, it's a smaller map. Yes, there is a Banshee, but it really does work. There's plenty of cubby holes that you can hide from the Banshee. There's opportunities to hijack the Banshee. It was one of those examples where closer towards the end of the design blockout phase, there wasn't a Banshee, but then we just couldn't shake the feeling that it would be a really fun map if we did add it. So we kind of went back, adjusted a few things, and came up with what I think is going to be a very fun map with some incredible experiences.
Yeah, and one of my favorite things to do here is to just use the Banshee and pop it out into this open space, take your pot shots, and then quickly wheel back behind cover, behind some of these larger rocks, kind of surprise people. You also have to be really cognizant of the sniper rifles and the anti-vehicle weapons that are on the map. There's 2 turrets that can really chew up your Banshee really quickly. So, you're constantly playing that cat and mouse game.
I've also seen many times where people would be camped out on a couple of these rocks and just jump right on the Banshee and take it over. So you're not safe being in the Banshee.
Yeah. We worked really hard to balance the Banshee, and we think there's a lot of opportunities for it to change hands or to be taken out completely.
And for on-foot combat, if you look here to the left, there's actually also a little cave, which perhaps for Capture the Flag might not be used as much, but there's other game modes as well, like King of the Hill, that use this spot quite a bit. There's different weapon drops that could be found here. It's just a nice little kind of area to hide in while you're taking a breath and then jumping back in the action.
Yeah, my favorite reason to jump into that cave is that there's a rocket launcher in there, and you know it's a lot. You get in there, you get that rocket launcher, you get some quick kills, and you're right on your kill streaks.
With the skybox, we have a sense of an uneasy calm. We intentionally kept it very muted, very subdued. There's a cruiser in the skybox. There's a couple bases out there, but we did not want to put a giant battlefield out here because it just wouldn't feel right with what we're trying to accomplish with this map visually.
Yeah, the story here is that this is you know, an ONI research facility, and there's some impending evacuees, human evacuees, refugees that are about to get dumped on this planet. So that's sort of the calm. It's sort of the calm before the storm.
And Certain Affinity and 343 worked really closely together to develop the fiction for this map, including making sure that we had the right ships in the skybox. All this stuff is very deliberate. We want to make sure that this map is a continuation of the Halo fiction, and that anything that you see in here is very intentional.
Yeah, so thanks for previewing this map for us. We're really excited to show it off. We hope you enjoy it, and look for it soon in April.